Meet yourself, and whenever you need, just ask any questions or any clarification one by one. And most of the time, when he is interacting with you or whenever he is talking to you, please keep mute your phone. And this is very great opportunity. Lights of Kindness is organizing now. As I said, it was benefited by more than 50 people 3 months back. So, in continuation of this, we are again starting with your warm support and your kind, wishes. So, this time, I would like to welcome you all once again. And now I am going to introduce our respected language trainer, respected brother, the ever charm, the ever smile. You will feel it. Another 10 weeks, you are going to see. You don't want to miss this feature. And please feel free whenever you need any questions, just ask him or those who want to talk through mic, you can open the mic and talk. And those who want to send message through chat, you can send message through chat and you can get the answer. So our class is every week just exactly 1 hour, not more than that or not less than that. And the time, as I said, Bahrain time it is 7:15 p.m. every Tuesday, God willing, inshallah. And India time it is 9:45. So this is all from my side on behalf of Lights of Kindness Initiative. And about Lights of Kindness Initiative, I already posted the our activities. You all heard about our activity which was sent by voice clip. So this is, I don't want to keep remind about our activity. So you are going to witness, you are going to see what we are exactly doing. So now this is the time. Once again, thank you very much for all, and I highly appreciate and first of all, I highly thank our respected brother Adam Ibrahim for accepting to conduct the second batch of spoken English class. And we would like to welcome on behalf of all of us to conduct the valuable session. Thank you very much.
Yes, good evening all. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. That is the greeting of Muslims mostly, and I believe a lot of other faiths have similar greetings. I am very happy to have this number of people in the class. I hope everyone can hear me, because sometimes I have network problem, a little bit of fluctuation. If you cannot hear me, please let me know.
Yeah,
we are,
can hear me.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
And we are hearing you clearly.
All right, that's great. That's wonderful, and I wish to welcome all of you here. And I can see that we have a lot of people that are interested in this studies. I will say, because I don't want to say classes. If I say classes, that means I'm the only teacher there. But in this case, we have a study group which we have to learn from each other. We're talking about everyday English here. So I was thinking of introductory class. With the number of people I have seen, I can at least see the names from here. The number of participants, I can see we have up to 34. We are up to 34, including myself and Brother Said Hanif, and then a whole lot of others, and a few that have been with us in the first batch, and the same time, those that are coming new. And especially for those that have been with us in the past, I don't have much problem with them, because they will understand why we organized this class and why we created this interaction group, why Brother Said has initiated this spoken English meetings. Actually, my name is Adam Ibrahim. Adam Ibrahim, I'm a quantity surveyor and I work in Qatar. And you can see how the technology that God has created has brought us together. Some people attending from India, some people attending from the UAE, some people attending from Saudi Arabia. MashaAllah, that's very great to have brothers and sisters in the group, and I thank you very much for joining. As we call it, everyday English. This is the kind of English you use to interact with other people on daily basis. And we have, from our understanding, we have a lot of brothers and sisters out there that actually find little difficulty sometimes communicating with others. And that's why we decided to launch this group. For today, we are going to start from somewhere. In fact, we are going to start from scratch, as low as greetings. We start from greetings, and then we will advance step by step as we go through the session. Because one thing about English language is at every stage, we have certain situations that we are used to. And it is not really very correct, the English we are using right now in those situations. So our aim or our intention is to try and speak better. What is worth doing at all? According to one philosopher, he says, whatever is worth doing at all is worth doing well. So if you have to speak the English, we have to try our best to speak the best available English so that we fulfill our mission of getting the best out of ourselves. Because when you speak good English, there is this confidence that you have when you have to talk to the people. It's not always. Some people love to relate with others, but because they are scared that they may not speak the best of English, or maybe that people will laugh at them when they speak, then they will feel shy to speak. But there is one thing. We have been taught, okay, I am a Muslim. I have read through the Quran. There is one verse in the Quran that has taught me a lesson, and that says, فَاسْأَلُوا أَهْلَ الذِّكْرِ إِن كُنتُمْ لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. So whatever you feel you don't know, try to look for the people around you that know and ask them. This is a responsibility God has given you. So if you don't ask, then it is your responsibility to develop yourself. If you don't know, ask. If you don't ask, you're cheating yourself. Because if you don't ask me about anything you don't know, how will I know that you don't know? I can never know. I'm not a magician and I'm not God. So whatever you don't know, feel free to ask. That's why we call it a class. So if I want to ask you, for those that are from India, if I want a particular word in Hindi that I want to use, I will ask you. If I have a couple of colleagues that are from India, North and South. So those from the North mostly speak Hindi, and those from the South that speak Malayalam. I, I enjoy hearing people speak their language, and I am someone who loves different languages. I wish I could speak Hindi or Malayalam or Tamil or whatever in order to make this communication easier. Unfortunately, I can only speak English with all of you because I cannot speak any of your languages. However, we will try our best. I will try to speak as slowly as possible so that we all get along together as much as we can. And please, I will plead with all of you, no one is perfect. You see, as well, I always make a reference to the Quran that وَفَوْقَ كُلِّ ذِي عِلْمٍ عَلِيمٍ, that above every person that is learned, there is someone that is more learned. So nobody is perfect except God Almighty. He is the creator. He created all of us. So he gives us the ability to learn. He gives us the ability to absorb what we learn. Therefore, Today, in this session, we are going to start from the simple greeting in English language. That's how I decided to make us structure this. We need to have a structure so that in the end, we will have, I have set a target of what I want us to achieve by the end of 10 hours. And hopefully by the end of 10 hours, I hope my brothers and sisters will look back and say, yes, I am able to learn this. And if somebody will look back and say, I learned this from that class, then that is my joy. But if you will look back and see that, oh, this guy just made a lot of noise and I did not learn anything from him, that's a big, big disappointment for me and for us at Lights of Kindness. So we start tonight. We have as little as 1 hour, but within the 1 hour that we have, we would like to cover as much as possible, but we don't want to rush, because when you have too much, if we load ourselves too much, we may not be able to remember what we did. Therefore, for those who may want to write, please let me know if you want to make some note. I've got a whiteboard here. Sometimes the last session, we were able to do some writing. When it comes to writing, if you want me to write, if you wish that we should put it into writing, let me know. I will put it down for you to copy. If you want to make a note on anything, you can alert me. I will wait for you to make your note and then we continue, inshallah. All right, tonight we are starting from scratch on everyday English. And when we say everyday English, we mean the English of communication that we speak on daily basis. We come across people, whether they are white people, whether they are black people, whether they are Indians, whether they are Chinese, whether they are Filipinos, just name it. If we have to communicate in English, this is the type of English we use to communicate, and that is the Queen's English. India is a Commonwealth, and so we have a lot of Commonwealth countries. Although we have other people that have been colonized by other European countries, like the Francophone countries that speak French as their national language or whatever, but we are talking of English language here, which is predominant around the world. You will hardly go to anywhere in the world that you will not find somebody that speaks English. That is how wide English has covered. So let's start from the greeting. When I meet you for the first time, when I came to the class, the first thing I said was, Assalamu alaikum. This is the common greeting here in Arabia. But in English, I will say, hello. Hello. I am Adam Ibrahim. How are you doing? How do you do? These are the kind of questions you will ask. Some people will say hi. Some people will say hey. Some people will say what's up. But these are mannerisms. But when you meet someone for the first time, definitely you have to say hi or hello or how are you? So what's new? How is it going? How are things with you? We should not forget that when you say things, you have to say are. How are things with you? But when you are talking of singular, I will have to say, how is your brother? I'm asking after your relatives now. How is your son? Or how is your daughter? Now I'm using his, but I'm using is instead of are. I say, how are things with you? That means I'm talking of general activities that you are doing. So you are working, how is your work? You have a family, how is your family? You have some business you do, how is the business? These how are things with you? Everything all together. And if you are a friend that I have seen before, I have not seen you for a long time, and we meet now, I will say, how have you been? So in this case, you are talking of while you were not around, while you were apart from each other, while he was away or she was away. You will say, now you have met again after some time. Oh, how have you been since I have not heard from you since the last time we met? How have you been? And the simple response to that is normally, oh, fine, thank you. That is one thing that we normally miss. In the formal English, when you say fine, you always say thank you. That is appreciation. When you ask how I am doing, it is a responsibility upon me to tell you how I am doing and to appreciate you for caring about me. You say, how are you? I am fine, thank you. Although we are used to recently, many people use I'm good. It's not a wrong answer, but it is very, very modest when you use the word thank you after that. That is paying back the compliment for appreciating the person for caring about you. So then you are with someone that you have met, you have always met. Maybe you are in office together, you meet only at the office, not outside the office. If you meet at the office in the morning after the normal greeting, you will have to ask, oh, what's new? Oh, what's going on? These are simple communication questions. What happened? Where have you been? Where are you coming from? Simple communication English. These are simple interactions when you meet the first time during the day, or you are meeting somebody for the first time. You have to say hi, hello, and so the questions go on and on. And then if it is a new person you are meeting for the first time, how do you communicate with such a person? Hello. And then he will tell you, hi, I'm Andrew. I came in today. So you are meeting that person for the first time in your office or on the street or wherever. Ah, good to see you. This is a perfect response. Good to see you. Oh, I'm happy to meet you. Oh, it's a pleasure to see you. Or maybe somebody you know, you have not seen him before long. Ah, long time no see. These are simple. It's been a while. So how has it been? When you ask such question is to keep the communication going, and that is the normal first line of interaction when you meet somebody. It's been a long time. Oh, how have you been? Where have you been? Where did you go? When did you return? You're welcome back. I'm happy to see you again. These are the kind of communications that we have, interpersonal communications. So that is that about greetings, right? How about expressions that you give to somebody when you appreciate, which we have already mentioned, right? When you say fine, thank you is an appreciation, right? So apart from where have you been, you can also ask what he has been doing as well. So what have you been doing? What happened to you? What did you do? What did you go for? Why were you in England? So it's left to him to tell you, oh, I was in England for a study. Oh, I was in England to visit a brother. Oh, I was in England to attend a seminar. So, and the normal answer when somebody says, how are you doing? We have different forms of answers. It depends on which words you choose to adopt. But if you have to use the words that you have chosen, you need to speak the best that you can. When you say, fine, thank you, somebody will say, I'm doing very well, thank you. And you? So that means he's returning the compliment as well. I am fine. And you? Okay. I think some there are
Everybody.
some there is one chat I want to check maybe.
Sir, you was muted, sir. So we can't
Unmute
hear you
yourself, sir.
properly. We
Sir,
can't hear you
unmute
properly.
yourself.
Okay, I'm mute. Okay, I'm very sorry about that. Thank you very much. You see, that's why I like people like Musa in the class. Musa, right?
No, this is new people, I think.
Okay. No, but that voice sounded very familiar.
Yeah, like Musa and Tariq. Yeah.
Yeah, like Musa and Tarek
Yeah.
in the last session. That's lovely. Thank you very much for that. Okay, when you are saying, some people say, when you tell somebody, how are you doing? Somebody will say, I'm doing very well, thank you. And you? So it's just like returning the compliment. How are you? I am good. And you? I am fine. And you? So that's a good way to return compliment in greetings. But always remember that we add thank you to appreciate the person. And when you are on duty, usually we have one or two challenges or different kind of ways we work. And you can say, how is it going? So you are talking about the work that everyone is doing. So somebody who is enjoying the work can easily tell you, couldn't be better. How about you? That is to tell you he is happy with what he is doing and he is making good progress. So it couldn't be better. So it is not bad. His work is going on smoothly. And then how about you? So that is returning the compliment. We always want to return compliment. Then when we have to part, we have discussed about meeting. Now let's talk about parting. I'm going away now. Before we were meeting. So now we are parting. I'm leaving, you are leaving. Everyone is going his own direction. Goodbye. As simple as that, right? Goodbye. Then, but the other person might say bye for now, and the person will say bye. Or when you say goodbye, and then the other person will say see you. Yes, hello. Please write your message. If you cannot speak, you can put it on the chat. I will read it and then respond, God willing. So when you say see you, that means you're leaving. That is, these are words that you use when you're parting. And if we have to end the class, when I say, oh, see you soon, that means there is no time. But because I have a plan, I have the hope that next week we have another class, I will tell you, see you next Tuesday. So this one will not be see you soon. When I'm going to see you soon, that means there is a possibility that we will meet soon, within the week, tomorrow, or after tomorrow. I don't say after tomorrow. I needed to say day after tomorrow. So if I say after tomorrow, it's an incomplete sentence. Please ask question. Feel free to ask the question. Please unmute yourself and ask your question. We will pause to listen to your question. That's why I said it is a learning class. If you ask the question, others will learn from you. I will learn from you as well.
Yeah, Anto is raising hand. Maybe.
Yeah,
Anto
that's
can.
why I said. Yeah, I have seen. That's why I'm saying Anto can ask the question. I'm listening. Or you prefer to put it in writing? Okay, there is a chat. Let me read through the chat. Can I ask a question? Yes, why not? I'm
Hello,
listening
sir.
for the question. Yes, ma'am.
So,
What about saying,
how we can develop
talk
the
to you later?
confidence? No, actually, we know to talk, but sometimes when the opposite person will talk very fluently, we'll get hesitate and we'll lose our confidence. So
Aha. You see,
we need.
you made a statement here. Uh, confidence is an individual thing. And that's why I made that statement in the beginning before we started. I tried to talk about it. One thing you should never allow yourself is to feel that this person is better than me. That is what brings down your confidence. It is your responsibility to hold up your esteem, your self-esteem. In the end, the first objective is effective communication. When we say effective communication, it means you pass the message, and the person to whom you are passing the message gets the message you are passing. Then that is effective communication. You have passed the message is delivered, the person understood your message. That is the principal objective of communication. It has to be effective. So, because I speak fluent English, should not stop you from communicating with me. So now we are in the learning class. Now, when you spoke to me, you say when the opposite person speaking so fluently, you will lose your confidence. You don't say confident. In this case, confidence, not confident. You are confident since you spoke out. So don't let it affect your confidence. You get my point, sister?
Yeah. Thank you,
You
sir.
get the difference. So
Yeah,
you
got it.
you are confident. That's why you came forward to ask the question, right?
Right.
So don't let your deficiency affect your confidence. You get the two words now.
Yeah, exactly.
You should be
So,
confident.
like
You should.
no, I have made this mistake, right? So like that, like so many things we'll talk when we are talking without knowing, like in the place of confidence, like confident I have used the same
Yeah,
way, like advice. There are the two advice are there,
yeah.
CE1, SC1. So
Aha. So we will discuss that. These are the kind of questions I want you and every other person to ask. When you say advice, the one with CE is a noun.
yeah,
You get the point. The one with
yeah.
CE is a noun. The one with SE is a verb. Verb is an action. If I say, let me advise you, that one comes with the S. You get the point now?
Yeah,
I say, I will advise you. Oh, please advise me.
yeah,
That one comes with the S. So if I say a point of advice, This one comes with the C.
So the C is a noun and SE is a verb. So that we have
Yes,
to remember.
yes.
And
The advice with CE is a noun. So advice with SE is a verb.
right.
And verb is an action word.
Like this, so many words are there, sir. Please,
Yeah.
if it is in next session, if it is possible, you just if you'll send through chat box or through WhatsApp, it will be well and good for us. That
In
for our
fact, whatever question you have, please send it to the WhatsApp group, and then
yeah.
I will make plan to take them one by one, because at least the members of the class are in the WhatsApp group, so they will have seen the question, so that when we come to the class, we'll discuss them. That's why we call this class Everyday English. We don't want to take people deep into some grammar and whatever. You will lose focus of what the aim of our class is, to develop ourselves. Talk to you later is a perfect response of saying goodbye. Talk to you later when ending a chat. Okay, talk to you later. That is a perfect response. I'm just reading from the chat panel now. So can I ask one question? Okay, that one we have already gone beyond that. So this is how we need to conduct the class. At least you have come up with this question. That is perfect. From Yusuf Ali to, I would be glad if people will be asking this question. So if you choose to type your question, that means you feel you cannot talk. Don't feel shy to speak out, because it's when you speak that the person you're talking to, we are learning now. So feel free to talk. If you make the mistake, I will give you the correction. That's why we are using everyday English. So I will tell you that, okay, you used this word. This is what you should have used if you have not used the perfect, the better one, right? So talk to you later is correct, and then see you later is correct when you want to part. I will catch up with you later. These are simple mannerism. I hope to see you soon. That means you have been happy being together with that person, and you are hoping that you will meet the person again. Then see you next time. In this case, you can see that you don't have the hope of meeting the person again. It will take opportunity. So I have some messages in the chat. Let me read through and see about 4 of them. Okay, ask about the difference between inform and infirm. Is this a word at all? Very nice topic. Inform and infirm. Ask about the difference between inform and infirm. This one, you put this in the WhatsApp group. I will go through it. That is from Irshad. But this infirm, I'm not very sure this has
Sir,
any
can
connection with
I ask
inform.
one question, sir?
Your line is not very clear.
Sir, can I ask one question, sir?
Please feel free to ask a question. That's why we are in the class.
Sir,
Yes, I'm listening. Brother Said, can you mute everyone so that the person speaking can unmute himself? Yes, brother. Ask.
So, brother Adam, you can open your mic, and the brother who want to
Yeah.
ask question.
Yes, brother, you can unmute yourself and ask your question now. His network is a little bit bad. That is Salman, right? Yes, wa alaikum salam, Salman.
Excuse me, sir. Can I?
Please feel free.
Sir, this like a past participle in the
Yes,
tenses.
yes. Okay.
There is lot of difficulties for me.
Okay. Why
So
is it difficult? Past participle. When you know
mostly
the
no.
past tense. Yes.
Yeah, past till past, present, future we
Mm,
knows.
yeah.
While doing the grammar part, at the time we'll think and we'll do it. But while using in the sentence during the
Yeah.
communication,
Yeah.
conversation time,
Yes.
most probably we used to do the mistake in that session.
Okay.
So if you'll be
Let's start.
rectify this,
Let's start
yeah,
from your sentence first. The sentence you just made now. So I will start from there. You use the word used, the phrase used to, right?
yeah, yeah,
When you say used to in English, that means this is what you are doing before, but you don't
yeah.
do it anymore.
Mm,
But if you mean to say this is what happens, then we say we normally make mistake, or we make the mistake of.
yeah,
So in English, let's say past participle. Let's say forget, right?
mm,
Forgot is the past, right?
yeah, yeah.
And forgotten is the past
Forgotten
participle.
past participle. Yes.
Forgotten. So some words have two different uh, forms of past participle, like get, got. Sometimes
Got.
you will use gotten, but if you use got as well as past participle, it's also correct.
Yeah.
You get the point?
Yeah.
So past participle is something you have to practice. It's not unique. It's when the word comes that you are able to get the past tense and the past participle. If you are having challenges in putting it in a sentence, right?
Mm, yeah.
That means it is a grammar, it is a grammatical function thing. Because I have to, uh, if I meet you and then we're talking about something we discussed in the class, right? I
Yeah.
said, what did the teacher say about so and so? In this case, your response has to be in past participle. I have forgotten.
Mhm.
So where is your book? Where is your lesson book? In this case, it's only a past because you are already here and the book is not with you. And then you say, I forgot it at home. I forgot to come along with it. And then if I have to ask you, this is where people have some challenges. If I have to ask you, why did you forget? You get the difference now. Why did you forget your
Forget.
book? In this case, you are using forget.
Mm,
So I've heard a lot of people say, why did you forgot?
mm.
These are simple mistakes that we make that we actually need to be corrected. So
Okay.
some people say, teacher told, and continue the sentence from there. No, there are two ways. It's either you say, the teacher told me that so and so, or you say, the teacher said this and that. You get the difference now?
Yeah.
So when he asked me, I told him that he should go back. When I asked the teacher told me to come back tomorrow. He missed the class. You will hear some people say, teacher told he should go. No, you don't say teacher told, it's incomplete. You can only say teacher told him, or teacher told me, or teacher told them, or teacher told us before it is complete.
Okay.
If you are not referring to a communication between two, you can say the teacher said. So that means he has already said it. And there is one other one that if somebody repeats something, then you say so person says. So these are the kind of things. I'm happy you are asking this question. So somebody said I'm understanding English of a talking person, but I can't reply. Okay, this is from Abdul Aziz, right? Reply. The thing is, you have to make an effort, Brother Abdul Aziz. You have to make effort. If you say you cannot reply, if you understand and you cannot reply, that means you have something that you need to develop. Let me tell you, if you cannot reply, but you know what you want to say, get somebody that you know speaks English. Okay, somebody told me this, I want to reply this, how do I say it in English? And then he will tell you, okay, for you to reply you have to say this. You remember I said in the beginning, Fas'alu ahla dhikri in kuntum la ta'lamun, ask of those that have the knowledge if you do not know. Always remember that. Always remember to ask. Okay, conform and confirm. Now I have the word. Abdullah is asking. Somebody wants to know the difference. Abdullah is asking the difference between conform and confirm. Actually, there are two different words. When you are talking of confirm, is for me to tell you, maybe I made a statement and you want me to confirm. Are you the one that said this? I say, I will tell you, yes, I was the one that said that. So that is confirm, confirmation, right? Okay. Teacher, you said advice with S means it's a verb. I will tell you, yes, I confirm that that is true. But when you are talking of conform, you are talking of a situation where, okay, there is a rule that if you come to the class, only the teacher will talk. You should not talk. So if you don't talk, you conform to the rule. If I say, I want to give you assignment to write 10 lines about yourself. If you write 11 lines, that means that your answer does not conform to the instruction I gave. I hope you get the difference between conform and confirm. They are not similar at all. Confirmation is for me to confirm that something I said is, I confirm that. So, teacher, is your name Adam? Yes, I confirm my name is Adam Ibrahim. That is confirmation. And they conform, it means conformity. There is no conformation, no conformity. So I hope that is okay about that. So they hope to meet again. We were talking about parting. Okay, which one is correct below? Okay, there is another question on the chat. Which one is correct below? Need your advice. Okay, I need your advice. You don't say need. I need your advice. This advice is correct. No, the second one is wrong. I need your advice. The advice has to be the C. That is a noun. If you say, I want you to advise me, then it is S. I want you to advise me. It will be with the S. So I need your advice. That one is with C. In the first sentence, I need your advice. In this case, advice is a noun. So I need your advice. This one is a verb. So anytime, Brother Salman. No, we are having this class once in a week, every Tuesday by the same time. Because I am working also, we had to look for a day to have 1 hour every week for 10 weeks. So that's why we talk about 10 hours. But if you have any question you want to ask, please send to the WhatsApp group. I can respond to you there. Even when I am at work, at my free time, I can respond to questions on the WhatsApp group. The question, Brother Ayub Muhammad is asking a question: what is the aim of let's? Let's. If it is, are you talking of meaning? Aim here is not aim. You're talking of meaning. Speaking fluently. Okay, like let's go. Actually, it is a short form. It is a slang. In English, we call it slang. It is a short form for let us go. And us is us. That is we, all of us. Let us go. Let us start the class. Let us end the class. So it is a slang. So when we have to use the slang, we say, okay, let's go. Instead of saying let us go, you say let's go. When you write it, it becomes short. And that's why you have the apostrophe S. Let apostrophe S, the first one that you wrote. When you said what is the aim of let's, you have to ask what is the use of let's, not aim. If you are talking of meaning, it's something different. If you are talking of use, is something different. When you say aim, aim is a different word. So that one that you wrote, let's, that is the correct one with apostrophe S. That apostrophe means that there is one, or there is something that is not there, that is hidden. So you replace it with the apostrophe. Just like you said, I think I need to write this one. Maybe you will be able to see it. When I say let's, the main thing is let us. So instead of using this let us, you use your space by saying let us go. So now it becomes let's go. So you see, we have taken you out here and the space has become shorter. So that is what happened there. So we have another chat. Anytime, Muhammad Zubair, please be around next Tuesday by 7 p.m. By 7:15, we will be in the class again. Yes, please, brother.
Sir, nice to meet you, sir. This is Kavin Ahmed.
Okay, Kavin Ahmed, mashallah. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, sir. My question was, in India, we get
your
more
question, brother, before you go further, my question is.
My question is,
good.
My question is, in India,
yes.
We have different kind of exposures. For example, we'll get British English as well, and also American English. For example, throughout our education system, we used to learn British English, but at the time of visual exposure, like movies and series, we used to hear a lot of American English. So while this combination, sometimes it has become better, and on the flip side, sometimes it become worst case scenario too. So how to manage or handle the both in a perfect manner, sir? Would
Good.
like to know from you.
Okay, that's excellent
Thank you,
question.
sir.
That's excellent question. Your name again, Kavin Muhammad, right?
Kavin Ahmed, sir.
Kavin Ahmad. Kavin Ahmad. You see, that's why in English language we have what we call formal and informal. You get the point now. So when it is formal English, that means
Yes.
official. Whenever you have to deal with official, then you have to think of how to use your British English. When you are dealing with things, anything official, you have to use your British English. But the American English, in most cases, is what you use on daily basis in interactions. You see, in most cases, when come in, I wanna eat burger.
Mm.
I wanna go with you to the movie tonight. You see, when you say I wanna, this is typical street language. You see, you are mute. You are mute, so you need to unmute yourself.
Yes, sir. It's American colloquial English.
You
Wanna,
see,
gonna, could've,
so you
should've.
see, I'm gonna
Mm.
be with you. So the idea is I want to. That's what they turn to wanna. You cannot write to your teacher and write I wanna study or I wanna apply for this job. You don't do that. When you write application,
Yes.
you have to be formal. When it is formal, that means it is official. So you have to, that's when knowing your audience matters. So you
Yes.
have to know the situation that you are going to communicate. That is what determines the form of English you are going to speak. So at the same time, you should be able to separate what is formal and what is not formal in your everyday English. This is the most important point. If you are unable to separate what is formal and what is informal, then you still have a challenge. In the field, we were taught never to use the word problem. No, we use challenge because my wife studied partly psychology, and she always tells me that when you use the word problem, you will mentally be weighed down. It will push you down mentally. But when you use the word challenge, you feel the motivation to overcome the challenge. You get the two things
Yes.
there.
Yes.
So you have to separate what is formal and what is not formal.
Sir, but while consciously I'm able to identify it and rectify it, but
Yeah.
sometimes subconsciously or while repetition, unaware of being that, sir. So how come
You
to
see,
deal
the,
with it?
the idea
Because
is,
while
the
being
idea
conscious,
is,
even while speaking with you, I have
mm,
made a silly mistake though.
no,
So,
it's
but
not silly, brother. You see, this is what I always, this is what I was talking about, right?
yes,
Somebody is asking for
about
pronunciation.
confidence. Mm.
Sajana wants to know how to speak fluently. Fluent speaking is not a big deal. You can always, uh, the best way to be fluent when you speak. Sorry, Kevin, I'm trying to respond to some chat.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
The best way to speak fluently is to try to be as slow as possible so that you don't use a lot of um, so when you speak a little bit slowly, you will be able to choose the words that you are going to use without making mistake. So the word that Abdullah has written here is solution. That's how it's pronounced, nothing else. Solution. Solution. It might be Tion, is solution. So, and Hussein Muhammad Zubair. Okay, thank you very much, Muhammad. I'm happy that you are glad to be in this class. How to pronounce? Oh, ISSAC. Actually, this is pronounced Isaac in English. It may look is Sack, but the pronunciation in English is Isaac. ISSAC is Isaac. In Islam, that name, that is a Christian name. In the Muslim form of Isaac is what we call Ishaq. Ishaq is what is written as Isaac in English. Because if you go to some Eastern European countries, they actually pronounce it Isaac, because they also have similarity in pronunciation with Arabic. So they call it Isaac. But it's actually pronounced in English, it's pronounced Isaac. So those are some simple technical things. Kavin, back to you, Kavin. There is one point I wanted to make when you spoke. Are you there, Kavin?
Yes, sir.
So when you spoke, there is one word you use. It is not silly mistake. It's when you speak. That's why we have this class. It's when you speak, then someone is able to pick where you go wrong, and then somebody who will tell you that, no, that English is not proper. That is the person that wants you to develop.
Yes, sir. That's why I'm here,
So
sir. Thank you.
never take offense if somebody tries to correct your English. This happens a lot. I had a brother that when we were growing up, he never liked correction. And that is a very bad way. But if you take correction, then that means you will develop. So there is one sister that asked about past participle. If you can separate between present, past, and past participle, your English will improve. Your communication English will certainly improve. So when you were explaining,
Yes, sir.
you used become, became. So
Yes.
in that you will say it has become. When you say it has, you maintain become. It doesn't change to past tense.
Sir.
It does not change to past tense. It has become. Right? So
Yes.
our 1 hour is
Mark.
over in 3 minutes. So, and somebody is asking a question on the chat. We meet next week, sir. Okay, here. Overtime in India. Oh, sorry about that, my dear. I'm very sorry. I know it's getting late in India, so we have to end the time now. We have 3
Sir,
minutes.
thank you, sir.
So
Thank you so much for the explanation, sir.
Maybe next week we will start maybe 15 minutes earlier. We can start by 7 instead of 7:15. At least we can have 15 minutes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you
so
all
much,
for
sir.
attending. See you next week, and I look forward to seeing you next week. By then, I will give you the breakdown of our step by step, and I will be looking out on the WhatsApp group to see the questions you are going to ask.
Yes, sir. Would like to
All
have
right.
more conversation with you, and
Yes, sir.
Of
will
course,
polish my English.
conversation will be there. So I
Yes,
want you
sir.
to put your questions on the WhatsApp group.
Yes.
I will
Thank you so
respond
much,
there.
sir.
All right. God bless you.
Thank you so much, sir. Have a great time.
Anytime. Have a good evening, and then see you next week. Hopefully, I will look
Thank you,
forward to
sir.
seeing
Thank
all
you
of you
very
again.
much.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Alaikum salam wa
Thank you.
rahmatullah. God bless you. Have a
Assalamu
nice
alaikum
evening.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alaikum